All right, welcome back to another extremely low effort philosophy and theology video. Let me grab my mic. Two disclaimers. That's four. Two disclaimers. One, I'm sick. Gonna sound like crap. Two, Jordan Peterson shirt. My friend bought it for me because he wants to torture me. I hate Jordan Peterson. Sorry. Shouldn't say I hate a person. I despise Jordan Peterson. Sorry. Shouldn't say I despise a person. Whatever. Um, I live in hell because every time someone knows I'm a philosopher, they come to me and go, "You must really like Jordan Peterson." And then my friends buy me a Jordan Peterson shirt. Yeah, it's like living in hell. Anyway, okay, the thing I want to talk about really quick is like maybe 5, maybe 10 minutes is the one big satanic problem I see with popular Christianity and YouTube in particular. Um, Look, I go into this in my book. My book is an introduction to the basics of this theology, but a fundamental non-negotiable part of Christianity is that all being is worthy of love. All being is made in the image of God. All being is divine. God is all in all. It is in him we live and move and have our being. He is everywhere. He's all around us. That means that everything that exists is inherently valuable. That means that everything that exists is worthy of our love and respect to varying degrees, whether it's at the top of the great chain of being or at the bottom. The great chain of being is united in that everything on that chain is worthy of love and participates in God, who is truth, goodness, beauty itself, and love itself. Christianity is not just the cult of truth. It's not just a cult of moral goodness. It's not just a cult of beauty. It's the cult of love. We worship God who is himself love. And if you've ever read the letters of Paul, you know, if you lack love but have all of the answers and know everything and are omniscient, you're still going to hell, baby. Okay, maybe not hell, but it's still a big problem. Love is foundational. Love is central. Love is a non-negotiable part of Christianity. My book goes into this. My book introduces this. It'll come out this June with Choir Publishing. It'll be called Meaning in Life. Wait, that's not the title. A New Way of Seeing Meaning in Life in the Christian Vision of Nature. It introduces a theology of that in like under 100 pages for the main text, then gives brief analysis of a bunch of different church fathers on the value of being itself. So there's a plug for my book. But what I see absent in popular Christianity is what I just described, that teaching of the lovability of all reality, the lovability of all creation. I'm going to name names first. I'm not talking about certain people because I do think a couple YouTubers I watch, a couple popular Christian figures I watch, are full of love. Gavin Ortland, Father Seraphim Aldea, Father Stephen DeYoung. I can't think of anyone else right now. I guess Austin from Gospel Simplicity. They're very loving people. I like them a lot. But the vast majority of what YouTube and social media Christianity, popular Christianity in general, seems to favor is a reactionary, right-leaning, politically conservative, not theologically conservative, politically conservative Christians who are more interested in the intellectual and apologetic side of Christianity than in its moral and ethical teachings. Or maybe they're interested in moral and ethical teachings insofar as it furnishes them with the ability to give social critiques and cultural critiques. The reason I'm making this video is Trent Horn just put up a video called Why Liberals Love Ugly Art. Brian Holdsworth made a similar video. Those two in particular, and Matt Fradd at Pints of Aquinas, the kind of American Catholic sphere, if I just watch them, and that's where I got my theology, which sadly, that happens, I would never know anything about what I just said, about love for all creation being fundamental to Christianity and non-negotiable. I'll include Jay Dyer in there. Jay Dyer is really an atrocious example as an Orthodox, American Orthodox. God, I just wish that guy would be deplatformed or something. He's terrible. Uh, Doxes people, harasses people. Evil. Really evil guy. Not inherently, but in how he acts. Just completely dysfunctional and mean. But even in the less extreme cases, like the other people I just mentioned, they seem to be more interested in reactionary, right-leaning takes from an American right political perspective than they do actually promoting a constructive vision of Christianity that has love and beauty at its core. I'll make another video about this, but they have the most shallow understanding of what the transcendentals mean. It's like they're taking the very top, skimming the surface of medieval Catholic theology and Orthodox theology, and taking the most shallow concepts and running with them. But they don't actually understand the big picture. They don't understand the deeper picture of what those transcendentals mean. And it all seems to be a nice, neat little system that enables them to make cultural critiques by referencing these timeless concepts. Again, if I watched these videos from these people, I would never get the idea that all people are worthy of love. Worthy of love. And again, it's not just YouTube. I see this in popular Christianity in general, across the spectrum of denominations. It does not seem that Christians are teaching the ethic of love, teaching the fundamental nature of love for all reality, all creation. And my question is, I think that's fundamental, and you can't be Christian without that. So are we really Christian? Has the Spirit really entered us if we lack this love? Are we really being guided by the Holy Spirit if we lack this love? Even if we have all the intellectual systems in the world figured out, but we lack this love, what's the point? And I'm almost at the 10-minute mark, so I'll keep this short. This makes my job harder as an educator. For a lot of people, even smart kids now, they do not read. They barely read. They get a lot of their philosophy and theology from YouTube and from social media. And if the most popular Christian YouTube channels are not actively teaching the positive vision of love and beauty and goodness that Christianity puts forward, particularly about love, then what do you think that's going to do to people watching it? We're going to generate, and we have generated, a bunch of fedora-wearing, neckbeard, mini scholastics that are cosplaying and LARPing as scholastics, but one, don't understand the deeper philosophy behind scholasticism. But two, don't have love in their hearts. Love has to be first. Love has to be primary. You can't separate love from truth, love from beauty, love from goodness. It has to be there. And instead, what a lot of these people are getting, these young people are getting, is just right-wing, conservative, politically conservative American Christians who are more interested in bashing the left than actually establishing that Christianity worships the God of love and what that means. And it's a purely negative, reactionary version of Christianity that I find repulsive. And it's very alienating because, newsflash, everybody, you don't have to be right-leaning politically to be Christian. And in fact, I would argue that if you're super right-leaning, then you're not really being consistent with Christianity if you're an American. But it makes my job harder because I have students come in who are Christian. They find out I'm Christian, they want to learn more, they want to talk, and they are baffled when I'm not immediately jumping on their bandwagon. They are baffled when they find out that I think things are more complicated than, what these YouTubers put forward. These YouTubers and social media personalities have more authority and influence over young people than do bishops and priests, than do pastors, than do the historical voices of the past. This is a major deal. I don't even know what else to add to this video. I mean, I could just watch a bunch of videos and play them for you and say, at this timestamp, this guy really is displaying a lack of love. This guy's othering liberals. This guy's doing this. This guy's doing that. Right? But ultimately, I think the critique stands on its own, and we should all understand what this is about. If you're more interested in being a reactionary and doing cultural critique, if all you do is post videos rebutting arguments, if all you do is every time you have a chance, you start to mock the left and thereby alienate a lot of us more highly educated Christians who are on the left, you really lack love. I would never get from you that Christianity is fundamentally about love. And you might say, oh, well, it's not love to let people do whatever they want. It's not loving to your neighbor to let them continue in sin. I say, yeah, that's kind of true, but I don't know, man. It's really just clear to me that a lot of these people don't love all people. They don't love all animals. One more example, Josiah Trenham has some videos on do animals have a soul, do animals have an afterlife? Whenever he talks about we should have more children, he seems to talk about animal. He's Orthodox priest, by the way. He seems to always be beating the idea that we're so disordered. We value our pets more highly than we do children. We need to really have more children and think less about our pets. And the vibe you get from everything he says, even though he doesn't explicitly say this, but the vibe he gets is we should love our pets less and love our children more. But you know what the God of love would say? You should love your pets even more and love your children even more than that. You don't love either enough. And I really think this is the trap of being a reactionary. You're just constantly fighting, constantly battling. And I wish I could just tell everybody, all these YouTubers, popular Christianity in general, just shut up. Shut up. Shut up and learn to love first. Then go talk to people. And preach love first. And all of popular Christian figures, again, have more authority than bishops and priests. I'd be really scared about Judgment Day, everybody. You've got a teaching position, and if you lead my little ones astray, it's better for a millstone to be hung around your neck, thrown into the ocean. I'd really caution anybody who watches this all the way through to focus more on the love of God and the beauty of God as positive visions, not as the grounds for reacting to the depravity of our culture, which is depraved, but it's also depraved precisely because Christianity is depraved. Christianity has become depraved. It has been hollowed out by our culture. It has no heart anymore. I would be really worried about that. I'd lose sleep over it. All right, bye.